Hey, end of this video, you will learn exactly how to do a precision outreach playbook, which is how you can get high conversion hot emails you can write using my 3 step and pull framework that will get you consistent meetings booked with some of the top CXOs and the CEOs of companies, especially if you are selling a high ticket services like IT service or a coaching or even a products you're selling. But I will also give you a very clear understanding of what is not working today. Lot of hundreds of messages I get every day or every week, and I see the same common pattern mistakes that is happening. Now, the outreach method, which I'm going to share you, is what I have used, and I've also helped many companies to use this. This uses the psychology of persuasion, but also it is automation plus AI, so that you can actually reach out to your ideal prospects and do. But so let's dive into know what is that, how do you really today's world, how do you do this outreach if you have a very good service, very good product, but you want to get more meetings booked. One of the best method is to use the email, because email is still considered, a lot of people think that email outreach is not working, so they, but still the study shows that the email is considered one of the top performing thing, and the LinkedIn also. Both of these, if you use it more effectively, as I'm going to show you, you will get a consistent leads with the high ticket prospects whom you are want to engage. So let's dive in now. So first and foremost, let's understand what is that most people are doing and why it doesn't work. Because I keep getting a lot of messages, and I see that from the very beginning that this is the message which I don't want to reply, and even I don't do. So what is that most people are doing, or what is that in hundreds of companies? When I go, lots of companies, I see the same pattern repeating, which is a generic cold email outreach is to build a database. So you purchase some database, or you go to networking events, you have a certain in-house database. The whole idea is to write some standard cold email, or nowadays using a chat GPT, where you just talk about your services, right? And simply automate using some many of the email tools. So, and just send it out. So what they are expecting here is, I'll show you some of the emails which I keep getting like this, which is just a cold outreach is to focus on quantity, like you just reach out to some thousands of people and just hope that people respond to you. And mostly the message is all, as I said, it's all on focused on me. That means your company. Okay, my company is into website building, and we do this, and if you just require, you reply to me. Now, this is the kind of message that is not going to work today. I think not today, maybe for almost a decade it doesn't work, but still people use this. And the whole idea of why they want to use this, it is to just to reach more and then the hope. So the whole outreach message is, you have certain ICP, build a, identify some product, some features and benefits of your product, and buy a database or have some database, and then simply shoot a message. And let me tell you, the prospect response is mostly, it is seen as a cold spam. It is gets ignored, no relationship, because there is no relevance, mostly seen as I said spam. So let me show you some of the messages we keep getting on this, and I always resist these messages. Here is some message, right? Hi Prashant. So there, this is all small kind of personalization they're using, where they use a name and then try to catch you with some kind of build, deploy, scale report. So this is a message where, okay, scaling is some kind of a one simple product problem statement, or something. Scaling a SaaS can be complex, but we can simplify our offering, immediately dive into what is our offering, and I'm happy to discuss. Again, what is the issue with this? There is absolutely no relevance, no intent captured. Whether I'm doing this, whether ICP itself, frankly, I'm not into DevOps. So the ICP itself is wrong, and immediately dive into what we offer. So why would I really respond to this one? Again, there is other message. As I said, this is also reported as a spam, because you are sending from a Gmail account. Nobody is going to respond to this. So here is someone who is using just a Gmail, and then he is offering, we offer fast and effective promotion across social media platforms. Again, this is just a hope that someone responds, share or WhatsApp or phone. So these things don't work, but they just click the numbers, right? You get some numbers saying that things are working like this, and a lot of message. Now here is another message: B2B database. Hey Prashant, we are a research focus. Again, talking about what the company is, nothing to do about what my problem is or anything. Our verified database decision makers, a generic value proposition statement, and then database giving a link, and we'll be glad to support. And again, so these are some basic uh, ideas. So this is all a kind of message. What I can tell you is that hardly they get a response from this. So don't do this, because this is not going to work for you if you're doing this. Now, the next way where a lot of people are doing is they are using a lot of automation plus some kind of an intent. Now, this is the flow I have seen some companies are doing, and we also can help them do. This is a lot more build a ICP using some automation like Clay or Apollo kind of thing. So you have a much more better automation, but then enrich the database. This is where many are selling. Enrich means you go to this database, find out from LinkedIn website some kind of a details what they are doing. Is there anything news is happening in their companies? Is there a funding has happened? Is there some new hiring or some all those things? You are trying to enrich this database so that you can find some angle. Then once you have enriched this database, use AI to generate some personalization first lines. So the whole idea is to somehow make your personalization first line very unique, because you try to connect to some real intent. But again, there is no guarantee that this fits into that prospect. But the whole idea is to create some intent, connect with some intent, and then write cold emails and do a blast through LinkedIn email and automation, complete automation. The whole idea is so you create a lot of emails, different domains they create, and they create this so they send out to hundreds of emails so that it doesn't get spammed. Uh, but the whole idea is, again, the selling point is quality data is database is good, but the whole idea is a lot of automation is where reach more is the kind quantity. Again, reach more people, quantity. Maybe there is a generic pain point they connect. So they will have certain pain point which you connect, and maybe some promise like where click this video, or book me a call where I will send you some details. So these are all like I have gone through your website. If you send me, I will send you a detail of your website. They will say, so there is no immediate value they are giving, but instead what they are promising is, I will give you something if you give me, if you come back to me. So there is a selling is again less effort. This is a complete automation. Once you set it, you just forget. Everything gets taken care, convenience. All this is where the whole idea is. And if you see the flow, yeah, you build an ICP, you capture some generic pain problem. Like if you're someone who is in a cyber security, you might say that, okay, there is a risk management is happening, or there is a lot of cyber security issues are happening. You build a database and capture some generic problem, and general personalization, name, and maybe initial, as I said, some title, company, along with something which is recent news, and then immediate promise solution, or ask them to for a meeting or reply to get some value. So there is no there is no guarantee that you are fitting that ICP and all those things. The whole idea is, again, what I see is, see as there is a problem connection, but it is still creates a lot of doubt in the buyer's mind. There is no authenticity, there is no immediate value, there is no relationship. There is absolutely, so most of them are not also fit, and there is a significant investment in this. So you have to pay a lot of money for these kind of automation, Clay, Apollo, and domains you have to purchase. All these things put together, even to set up first automation, it can take $2,000 or something. So this might work if you are have a big sales team who are spending a lot of leads. But let me tell you, I have seen many companies, results are also not great. They send hundreds of thousands of emails monthly. less than 5% open rate, less than 1% reply, just a few meetings happens which are not even worth the meetings. But then now the question is, so here's the question: what is the alternative? What is that we recommend which works actually, which has worked for us, which works for you also, if you just have to put in little bit of effort? And this is where I say precision outreach. I say that means precision outreach, hot emails, no more a cold emails. So this uses the AI, this, but it is more of psychology backed. So let me tell you one of the key secret, which is to get any new person, any stranger to meet. There are only three instances people can meet you. One is if you can refer certain existing relationship with them. It is like, you are in a party, you don't know, meet. So if you want to just have a nice conversation with someone, the best is if you know certain past relationship, you can connect immediately. It's very easy to go and talk to him and refer your existing past some relationship, and you can immediately get on a conversation. So if you have an existing relationship, that is great. But again, we know that you are sending out to a large database, you don't know them. Now, the second is if you have some very good authority, credibility, which they value. So, if you are already a some hotshot, you have some awards, you can always mention that. That will get you some response. But the most ideal is to connect to their problem. If you know someone, he is facing a problem, let's say same party, and you know there is a person who is looking for a house, he has been struggling or looking for a job, and if you know that it's an urgent problem for him, you just go and talk about that subject, immediately he's going to talk to you. So, as I say, that's the most important way to do it, and that's what we rely. So, what is this precision outreach? Again, you got to build a database, but you are not going for a very large database. Just 100 is enough. So, make your ICP very well and just create a very good 100 database. There are a lot of ways to do LinkedIn Navigator and other ways. And once you do this database, we are going to do a lot of research on each of these. So this is where there are a good amount of research is done to identify each of these profile, how fit they are, and what is that problem right now they are having. This is where identify pull problem, that is urgent. So you got to figure out what is that problem right now they have. If you are selling someone who is selling a digital marketing, you can go to their website and immediately see whether that website has a problem or whether the checkout has a problem. If you are selling a cyber security, you can go to their website or any pro and see if they have a certain problem and which they are trying to solve. It should be an urgent problem for them, and it's an important, and it is something they are already looking for solution. So if someone is actually hiring something, you can, if you have some hiring solution, you can immediately go and tell that. So it's in a pull framework is a problem which is unavoidable. They're already looking for solutions, but they don't have an exact solution right now, and you can offer a better solution. So build a quick solution that can help them fix. This is the most important here. So when you see a problem, you are not just telling that you can fix the problem. Yeah, connect to me and fix a problem. Instead, here is where you're doing, you build a quick solution, maybe a 2 minute video, or maybe a checklist you can give, something which they can use it to go to the next step of that problem. It's something they can feel that, wow, this helped me. So we have got hundreds of ideas, tons of ideas for this. But the key is, yeah, you got to figure out what is the best way to some solution, and use the right angle. This is where we use certain frameworks to reach them. What is that? You need to find out some liking, social proof, authority you have to add. So the right angle to draft your email. You got to draft email. You cannot use Chat GPT to write email. Of course, you can use some Chat GPT, but you have to give the framework. You have to specify exactly Chat GPT to use this psychology and then come up with an email. This is where we have many frameworks which can help, and then you just send it. So this is the whole idea. Quality, you are just reaching out to very few people, but you are focusing more on precision and immediate value. It requires a little bit of effort because you are actually researching your prospects, you are finding out their pain point which they are looking to solve, but you are connecting to them So psychology back to your email message makes the big difference. I'll show you some email messages. Uh, then precision outreach, as I said, you are researching a lot more prospect, finding that problem and delivering a solution. And what is the prospect? When prospects receive such kind of mails, they see it as a very personal mail. It is coming from you, you have done a research, it's very relevant for them, and it immediately connects, and they're going to respond. And establish authority and everything. There is a value you're offering. And again, this is not going to take a lot of investment, but it requires certain effort, which is worth it. And results we have seen is like 100 emails you send, more than 35% open, more than 20% reply, and you can easily get 10 to 12 mails. So I'm going to show you some emails, as I said, which have worked for us and which is actually continue to work for many, for some of our clients also. So here is one email like so one of the company where we were trying to optimize their website for increasing their conversions. So, hey Raj, checked out your website, cybernetic ads and landing page, and I noticed few tweaks could significantly increase clicks and conversions. Right now, the messaging is not clear as it should be, and the CTA placement might be costing you conversion. So, I went ahead and put together a quick teardown with special improvement. So this is where we did a modified copy with headline. I sent him exactly this. Curious, have you tested copy before? This is the key thing. Key with an open question you got to ask. You are not doing anything. You end with an open question, and that's it. So as you see here, there is a problem. He already is looking. He's running an advertising. He's trying to drive traffic, but he's not getting that response. And I'm giving him immediately a solution, and I'm asking him whether he wants better. So here is again, you are losing too many leads. I checked out Parental Academy and love what you're doing. One thing stood out: you are getting leads, but there is a likely gap in turning them high-ticket clients. Again, we are looking into their pages, we are looking to exactly what is that mistakes they are doing, and immediately what is that fix, break down where you may be losing and put a nurturing script, follow-up script which works for us and like to hear aligned with our strategy. So as I said, we are not doing any spam or push or anything, and we are not telling them that you meet us, we'll give you something. We are upfront giving a value. This is the psychology of reciprocity. You give first, but you connect to the problem, which also helps them create a reciprocity. And again, we also share some places how this has helped with some other clients and all. So those are the things which really helps. And as I said, there are a lot of tools exist which is uh, some level of as I said, many response proven scripts are there, 50 plus scripts are there, which works for each of these things, different businesses. It can be optimized, peak ad patterns, how you can do this ad patterns, and all these things can be used. So that's the whole idea where we I wanted to give you some quick. So that's what I wanted to give you a quick overview of one of a very powerful way to increase our outreach in today's market, where you don't want to look spam, but you still get very high quality meeting requests. So go ahead and give it a try. And if you want our help, click the link below where I have given a messaging how to fix the message. Book a call with me, and I would be happy to look into your current messages and quickly find out how I can offer some solutions to boost your lead generation, whether it's you're running an ads, whether you're running an outreach, or anywhere in the sales journey. I will be happy to offer some solution what we are working for us. Thank you.